Mayor Bass, LA Mayor Karen Bass says the people of LA have a rapid response network to protest and disrupt on demand. Disruption, by the way, protest is one thing. You can stand on the sidewalk with a sign. Disruption, that's obstruction. That's a federal felony to obstruct ICE in the performance of their lawful duties. So she's acting as an insurrectionist. I mean, just imagine if Karen Bass, if her title was head insurrectionist, that she was the formerly designated leader of these violent rioters, arsonists, looters. If that was her title, lead insurrectionist, that would make a lot more sense than her nominal title of mayor of LA. The mayor appeared glum on CNN as she tried to blame Trump for her riots. Let's see what poor Karen Bass has to say.
Now to Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass. Hi, Mayor. Thank you so much for joining.
By the way, Karen Bass, before she was mayor, was a congresswoman, and before that, she was working for communist NGOs. She made many trips to Cuba, for example, before it was legal for Americans to travel to Cuba. She's a hardcore communist, and she spent many years of her life facilitating the invasion of America by third world illegal migrants.
Hi. So what are you and your police force? I know how busy you are preparing for the hours ahead. What are you expecting on that front?
Well, I just have to say that if you dial back time and go to Friday, if immigration raids had not happened here, we would not have the disorder that went on last night. I will tell you that it is peaceful now, but we do not know where and when the next raids will be. That is the concern.
The raids, of course, are merely lawful enforcement of American immigration law. It's the response. It's the riot, looting, and arson. Of course, that's the criminal activity. But in her mind, none of this would happen. If only Trump would not enforce immigration law, everything would be fine.
Concerned because people in the city have a rapid response network. If they see ICE, they go out and they protest. And so it's just a recipe for pandemonium that is completely unnecessary. Nothing was happening here. Los Angeles was peaceful before Friday.
It was peaceful. Half the city is illegal migrant invaders into our nation. And that, of course, she's perfectly fine with that, because those people, those illegal migrant invaders, are her true constituents, not the American citizens living in LA. Here's another take. The news anchors, local news anchors, are trying valiantly to get the mayor of LA to explain some kind of plan for the streets of LA tonight. And she just keeps responding with, ICE is scaring people, and these are mostly peaceful protests. I love the mostly peaceful protest line. Oh my God, I have permanently saved that image from the Floyd riots. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. This is one of their favorite lines. They'll never give it up. Here we go. Let's see. Everybody remember this one? Let's see. CNN, this guy looking in the camera telling us fiery but mostly peaceful protest. Oh, dear Lord. Mostly peaceful protest. She has not uttered one single syllable of a plan. Well, the plan she wants is the plan that's in effect. There is a plan in effect on the part of the protesters. These are not random people. This is an organized, orchestrated effort, obviously. And a few words here from President Trump. So this is a little long. It's about 7 minutes long, but I thought it worth sharing with you, and I'll pause and break down some things along the way. This is just yesterday from Trump. Whoops. Sorry. Here we go.
And by the way, and he said, well, a disaster happening. And they now admit it was a disaster. I watched the chief yesterday, who's a good man, by the way. And he said, well, we're lucky we did this because they were overwhelmed. You saw what was happening. So we did the right thing. Everybody agrees to that. But you have a governor who let the city burn down, didn't want water to be sent down to him. And I sent billions of gallons of water. I wanted to do it in the first term. He wouldn't do it over, I don't know, they have environmental reasons, but there were no environmental reasons. I think it's just a political philosophy. But it's lucky for the people in Los Angeles and in California that we did what we did. We got it just in time. It's still simmering a little bit, but not very much. Yep.
And what crime has he committed that would warrant his arrest?
We heard
what
this
crime
part
has
already.
Governor Newsom committed?
A crime has he committed?
Yeah, to warrant his arrest, as you had
I think his
suggested earlier.
primary crime is running for governor because he's done such a bad job.
Now, of course, the news media, because my apologies to any journalists who may be watching this live stream, but media people are mostly morons. A journalism degree is like the idiot's degree. Media personnel are generally idiots, and because they're idiots, they don't have a sense of humor. Because they don't have a sense of humor, they'll take this statement by Trump, which is obviously a joke. He should be arrested. His crime was running for governor. Obviously, it's a joke, but they'll report this literally. Like Trump really thinks that someone can be arrested for running for governor. Thanks for watching this highlight segment of our full-length Law of Self-Defense live stream. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to give us a like and subscribe for more expert analysis on politics, law, and how to be hard to convict. And to watch the full-length episode of this show, just click right here. Stay safe.